Hey everyone, it's Bradley Bush again with another algebra video for you. Today we're talking about the zero product principle, a super useful little tool. Our to-do list, well, we'll give you a definition of the zero product principle, and then we'll give you a worked example. We'll show you how you can use it to solve, say, a quadratic equation. I'll put the timestamps also for these items in the video description, so if you want to skip ahead, you can. What is the zero product principle? Well, it's actually pretty simple. If you have two things, say an A and a B, multiplied together, and their product is zero, that's where they get the zero product idea from in the name. If the product of two things is zero, then either the first thing is zero or the second thing is zero, or both are zero. And you can extend this idea to more than just two. You could have three things, for example, multiplied together equals zero. That would mean that either A, B, or C, or all three of them are zero. And you can keep going out as many items as you want. You can add as many items as you want into that product. You could have 10 things multiplied together equals zero. Then either one of those things, 10 things, is zero, or all of them. So if I give you one quick example, you'll never forget this. So let's do it. So let's try the two. Say we have two things multiplied together and the product is zero. That means two things multiplied together and the result is zero. So we only have three options, right? If we have two things multiplied together, we either have the right thing is zero or the left thing is zero, because 0 times 5 is 0, right? 5 times 0 is 0. Or they're both 0, because 0 times 0 gives you 0. That's it. That's all the zero product principle tells you. If you've got things multiplied together and the result is 0, then at least one of those things in the product must be 0, because 0 times anything is 0. So we use this to solve quadratic equations. It's used all the time in algebra. Here's a quick example. So if I said solve this quadratic equation, x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Well, you would take this quadratic equation and you would factor it. And the reason that we factor is because factoring turns a sum or a difference into a product. And if we look at this, we're like, well, the zero product principle doesn't tell us anything about adding or subtracting. But we do have a 0 on the other side. We have something equals 0. So if we can change this plus this plus or minus on the left side, this sum or difference, if we can change that into a product, we're golden. So factoring takes this x squared minus 2x minus 5 minus 15, and it changes it into the product, two things multiplied together. So we go from adding or subtracting things to multiplying two things. That's what factoring does for you. That's really the only reason you learn how to factor. So keep that in mind. Don't say I never told you anything amazing. So now we have two things multiplied together equals 0. So we've got A times B equals 0. So what does the zero product principle tell us? Well, it tells us either the first thing is 0. So we say either x minus 5 equals 0. And if we add 5 to both sides, we get our answer, x equals 5. Either x equals 5, or what's the other option? The second thing equals 0, so x plus 3 equals 0. If that equals 0, then if we subtract 3 on both sides, we get x equals negative 3. So either x equals 5 or x equals negative 3. We just solved this quadratic equation using the zero product principle. That's it. Super simple. Hope this was helpful. If it was, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.